Hello everybody, it's me Glider. Welcome to a new video. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about a few things, a few terms in Timberborn, and I'll be explaining a few things so you don't get confused because I'll be making a series about the new update 6. Next episode will be episode 1 of update 6. We're playing it on hard mode, of course. I'm not gonna make it easy. Let's go. Let's explain a few things first before we start with the series next episode. First off, the game consists main thing about the game is the droughts. Plus there is bad tides. The water source here can get us water, clean water or bad water, or a drought. Will not give us any water in the drought. Okay, in the clean water phase or tide or whatever you call it, in this time the clean water will flow through your rivers or your canals or whatever the area you made for the water to flow in. It will irrigate the land, it will provide drinking water to your beavers. Okay, but when the drought comes, this water stops because the water, as you can see, is coming through here like this. This water will stop when the drought starts. You're gonna need to manage your water storages through dams or water tanks. Okay, but when the bad tide comes, you wanna push the bad tides elsewhere, out of the map, like through these floodgates. As you can see, I can open this floodgate and the water will rush out, as you can see. I'll close it now because it's clean water. But in the bad tides, in the bad water, stinky water, the water will be pushed out of the map through these floodgates. There's other floodgates I've made for this simple purpose, like this one here, for this side of the river. And it used to be this one, but I developed this area into a farm. Because at the start of the game, I discharged my bad water through this area, into this area. This area was pushing the bad tide out of the map. But because there's two mines over here, I cleaned this area, built a couple of walls, retaining walls, so the water does not waste this area. As you can see, all the beavers are going on top of bridges with around. And plus, there's bots. I'll be talking about them shortly. Okay. There is also bad water sources. These sources provide you with bad water. The bad water is bad for everybody. The bad water is basically toxic, okay? If your beavers swim in the bad water, even for a little bit, they could get contaminated. The only way around contamination is with an antidote. The antidote can be in the foxtail faction, can be made by the herbalist, which takes dandelions and blueberries and pepper to make as the antidote. Okay, let's continue talking about the bad water source. The bad water source, as I was saying, will in the wet season or sometimes also in the bad tide will give you bad water. You don't want bad water. Bad water is bad. At the start of the game, this whole river was just some bad water. Was bad water in itself. Of course, there's uses for bad water, which is like the same things that kills you, heals you. You got me? In this term. There's uses for it. We'll be talking about them when we get to the industrial area. Okay. The bad water is bad and can be used for some good. Okay. The main thing, the best thing about Timberborn, it's its ability to stack buildings on top of each other, as you can see like this. I'm storing bread and maple pastries in these massive warehouses that are built on top of each other with spiral staircases on the side. Okay. Plus, as you can see, this is a bit messy, but My housing complex here is basically consisting of layers of houses on top of houses on top of houses, or lodges, it's called as the game calls it. But most of my storage is like this, on top of each other, because it's more efficient to build up instead of building on the ground. If I was building all of these on the ground, I would be filled the whole map with storage. Okay, farming and stuff like that, I think I will talk about, and you will see me experiment with them in the actual series. Because in the series, I won't be using this faction, okay? Even though I know everything about this faction, but I won't be using it to make it just a bit more interesting for you guys. I'll be using the Iron Teeth faction. Okay. Every card needs tree farming and normal food farming. Food farming to feed the farm and tree farming so you can get wood, or you can use trees to get maple syrup from them, from maple trees or pine resin. Let's continue. The farm here, which is a massive wheat farm. I don't know why there's a bit of flood. It happens sometimes. Okay, the farm here, which is a massive wheat farm, they collect the wheat and they use this grist mill over here to make wheat flour. This wheat flour then is taken to the baker to make either maple pastries or bread. Okay, now I'm gonna start talking about the means of power of my industrial area. The main source of power in my industrial area is wind, because the wind can blow even if the water is not flowing. As you can see, the water is flowing, but it's not generating that much. I don't know why, but for some reason. But when the wind is blowing, we are producing power. Of course, in the bad times that they could come and the wind stops blowing and there is no water, I prepared for that also. What to say? I prepared by building batteries. Those are gravity batteries, meaning they are based on how high you build them. The higher you build them, the more juice, the more power they store. Okay, as you can see, this battery is being used up because the wind has stopped, but the demand is still high, so the battery is gonna be used to power all these machineries down here. Those are massive batteries. As you can see, I got a lot of them to make sure I never run out of power. My industrial area will never be shut down because of them, no matter what happens. Because my food source needs energy. That's why. Okay, let's talk about the industrial. The industrial area is consisted of a lot of buildings, like smelters that make metal blocks, lumber mills that make planks, and gear workshop that use those planks to make gears. Also, there is wood workshop which takes pine resin and planks to make treated planks, which is like a stronger variant of planks. Plus, there is printing presses to make books and stuff like that, and there is a paper mill to make paper out of blocks. Plus, there is this, which uses the bad water, as you can see, with a little bit of logs, to make something called extract. This extract is either used by beavers in their free time with this thing, the agora. They use it in their free time. As you can see, I left a small tank, but this one's actually pretty big. Pretty big tank of extract. Okay, the extract is being made by centrifuge and also is being used by this dirt excavator, which take this extract and give me dirt. This dirt can be used in different areas. This area was not this flat. I flattened it with dynamite and with that dirt that the excavator gave me. As you can see, I can hit landscaping and I can place basically dirt anywhere I want. Okay, I got an idea for you guys. This area, I was planning on finishing digging it later. Okay, I will dig it here and we'll gonna have a big explosion as an opening to my channel. We're gonna have a massive explosion. I'm gonna get the beavers to build these as fast as possible. Okay, let's continue talking about the industrial area. The industrial area, other than these buildings, has this area. This area is the bot factory. This is bot assembler and these are both part factories. These all, as you can see, they're stacked on top of each other. They are sharing the power. All of these will make us bots. Bots need fuel, and fuel is made by this refinery, which takes this is the fuel, which takes potatoes and water to make fuel. This fuel then is used by the bots to stay warm, so they can't walk. They don't work on an infinite energy or something like that. Plus, there's something called the catalyst, which make them run even faster. As you can see, this is biofuel. This is the catalyst. Bots work in buildings, but how are you gonna tell from the outside that there's bots? If the window is blue, this means there's bots working in this building. But if the window is orange, this means there is a beaver, a normal beaver, working in that building. Okay, what else? What else? There's also, this is going to be the main part of the game, which is water pumps that pump water out of the river or the water, any water area, any area filled with water. These water pumps will pump up the water and you're gonna store them in tanks. We got 19,000 units of water, so we're good. This colony is golden. I don't think anything, no matter how bad it is, no matter how bad happened, anything happened, no matter how bad it is, will destroy this colony because we got a lot of food, a lot of food ingredients to a lot of water, and a lot of antidote. Enough antidote for everybody to get well enough in case of an emergency. Okay, as you can see, there's more tree farms here, and there's also more tree farms here. This is the potato farm that's used to make the fuel, basically. There's also some sunflowers and some a little bit of birds. Let's see. Did they finish it? They finished it. Okay, guys. Since they finished it, of course, I forgot to mention the mines get us the scrap metal, so we can make the butterflies. Okay, since they finished it, I'm gonna keep this video short. I won't make it too long. I won't bore you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, subscribe so you don't miss the series on the update 6. Goodbye.